How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I'm going to give you just a short rundown, right? 7 different ways that you can get your alcohol-free journey off to a good start, right? And number 1, now you might think this sounds obvious, but it is a prerequisite to everything else, right? First thing you have to do is get rid of the alcohol. Get rid of the alcohol out of your system. Get rid of it out of your life. Get rid of it out of your house. Get rid of everything that reminds you of alcohol out of your house. Now, I'm not telling you to get rid of your wife or your husband if they are still going to drink. That's probably pushing it a bit too far, right? But everything inanimate that you can move or remove, do get rid of it, right? Without stopping the drinking, you can't carry this journey. You can't go forward with it, right? Without getting rid of the shit out of your life, all the alcohol and the paraphernalia. You're just making it. You're putting unnecessary roadblocks in your own way. So that's the first thing. Get rid of that. Number 2 is to get persistence into your head, right? Get that determination into your head, right? And one of the best ways that I know how to do this is to use affirmations. And the best affirmation, the most simplest affirmation for gathering and deploying your persistence muscle, right, is to say to yourself, I persist. I persist. I am determined. I will not fail. But I persist is just is something that I've used time and time again with just different difficult situations that I've been in, where I felt like throwing in the towel and stopping doing what I should be doing, you know. And you know, if you're in a bad situation, you're in a bad you know, you're getting bad cravings or whatever, you know, you can't do this. You can't say it to yourself in a negative way, right? So you can't say, well, I persist. I persist. You have to stand up tall, throw your shoulders back, stick your fucking chest out, and say in a firm and commanding voice, I persist. I persist. I am determined. I am determined. I persist. I persist. And you say that in that way, everything about this whole thing screams that you are in control, right? That you're going to do this, you know. Say it with passion, right? Get passion behind it. And all this comes together and brings you into just that elevated state of mind, you know. It's a difficult way of saying this, but you can see it in the way I'm doing it, right? You know, if there's 2 different ways of doing it. If you do it like I persist, you know, I persist, I persist, I persist, I persist, I persist. It doesn't mean anything, it's rote. But if you put your body into it, right, and your voice into it, I persist, I persist, I persist, you know. You can add other stuff, right? I'm not giving in to this, you know. Whatever you want to do, but get your head into it. Get it into your head that you're doing this, right? That you are determined. You're a dogged fucker, you know. No matter what happens, you are going to be like a dog chewing a bone. There is no way you're going to anything's going to turn you away from this. Nothing. Nothing's going to veer you from the course that you're on. I persist. Those 2 words, you know, that one word on its own, persistence, right, is why most people succeed and most people fail, right? Why the majority of people who try and persist will succeed, right? If you persist at something, even if you fail and fail and fail and fail and fail, if you persist, you will get there in the end. You'll do it in the end, you know. So you have to persist. I persist. Number 3 is to organize your environment. So, as I said earlier on, you know, you have to get the alcohol out of your system, right? You have to get the alcohol out of your mind, right? You just get it out of your you don't drink the alcohol, right? You have to get the paraphernalia out of your life, right? Get all the alcohol out of your home. But you have to organize your environment in such a way that you can make the change from being a drinker to being a non-drinker. And whatever that means to you, I don't know. For me, it was just not putting myself in the situations in the first few weeks where I'd be sat around thinking about alcohol, where I'd have time on my hands to be thinking about it. So I was out walking loads. I was just doing different things. I was trying to keep my mind as occupied as I can. That's organizing your environment. Paint your room, do whatever it is that it takes. Do something. Keep your mind occupied and do it in such a way that you're organizing your environment so that there's as few alcohol triggers as possible. Don't put yourself into a position where you've got these triggers in front of you, you've got the alcohol in front of you, and you're going, no, I've got great willpower, I'm just using my willpower now, and that's all I need because I'm strong. I'm going to prove it to myself that I'm strong. All you're doing is you're putting temptation in your way. The more temptations you put in your way, the more likelihood is that you're going to fail. Number 4 is the same thing. Organize the people in your life. Make sure that you tell the people who you care about that you're quitting drinking. You don't have to tell them in that way. You don't have to even mention alcohol to them, right? You have to say it to them in a way that they're going to accept you not drinking in your life as a part of their life, right? You don't have to focus your attention on the alcohol. As soon as you start focusing your attention on the alcohol, then they focus their attention on the alcohol. So you say to them, I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to get fit, I'm trying to cram for this exam, I'm trying to, whatever it is, I'm trying to do something, right? And when I talk about getting your reasons to quit, this is one of the reasons why, is because if you all know why you want to quit, right? But get your specific reasons down and understand why you're doing this for yourself, right? Because the more specific your reasons, the more in front of you these reasons can be, the easier it is for you to motivate yourself, to inspire yourself to carry on, to give yourself that persistence, right? And it also gives you the benefit of, you've got all these things that you can say, well, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm trying to improve my health. And as part of that health improvement, what I'm doing is I'm going to start eating a better breakfast every morning. I'm going to start drinking more water. I'm going to also stop drinking alcohol for a while. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to concentrate and focus on the alcohol, right? It's the easiest way of doing this, right, is, you're not pulling the wool over anyone else's eyes. You're just reframing things in the way that you want it to be framed, right? Start looking for things that you can do, alternatives to drinking. I'm not talking about, switching drinking out for Coke or switching the behavior of drinking out to looking for another buzz, right? Look for alternatives in your life. Like I say, me, it was walking. I tried yoga. I tried to do meditation. There's a few other things that I tried to do. But, you might not know a lot of things that you're going to do in the beginning because you don't know much else. I didn't know much else. Relaxation for me meant drinking alcohol. Socializing for me meant drinking alcohol. Alcohol was just a pervasive, had a pervasive place in much of my life. And it was very difficult then to sort of take that out, and what you're left with is an empty behavior, right? So you sat on the couch, you take the drinking out of it, then you're left with just sat on the couch wondering what you're going to do now. So if you have other things that you want to do, think about them now, even if it's just getting out walking, even if it's just taking a class, doing something, make a step forward. You don't have to reorganize your whole life, just reorganize things so that when you normally would be drinking, you're not doing that anymore, you're doing something different. You're trying to get alternative things into your life. And that brings me to the next one, number 6, which is just to take things slowly. Take things moment by moment, step by step, bit by bit. It's the only way you can do these things. You've got to do something. You've got to take yourself in the direction that is away from the alcohol, right? From the alcohol behavior. But you've got to do it in such a way that you're learning how to do it in a methodical forward-looking approach, right? You just do it step by step by step. And number 7 is to have a goal, so that those steps forward are leading somewhere, right? So have something. What are you aiming towards? You know, what is it that you want to do in 5 years, 10 years time? I'd say you don't have to ever get to that goal, but it's in a direction that a general direction which is positive. It's leading you away from the alcohol into a new life, away from the alcohol, leaving the alcohol behind you. That's so important. That's, for me, it's the most important part of this whole process. Is something which is going to pull you forwards from the front, something which gives you such excitement, right? And it can be something massive, right? Think big on this, right? Because you want something that's going to give you passion, right? And something that is going to pull you forward and give you like a buzz, you know, a natural high that you're thinking, oh, if I could get there, if only I could get there, if only I could get halfway there, I'd be so happy in my life. My life would be completely different, right? And then you, as I say, break things down step by step by step, you know, until you find the step that is smallest enough that you can do it right now. And you look down and you go, right, that's one step in the right direction. And then you take another step in the right direction, and a third step, and then a fourth step, and you get momentum and you start moving forwards and you're heading towards the goal that you want to achieve in your life. And that's all it takes. And the biggest goal, the biggest mountain, every time, you know, when people want to climb Everest, right, the largest mountain on this planet, they have to start at the bottom, right? They have to start out with one step after another, up and up and up and up and up. And eventually, if they're lucky and they persist, right, they'll get to the top. So that's my take on how to start this journey, and you know, just some tips on giving you the best possible start. If you enjoyed that, give us a big thumbs up, or just a normal thumbs up. I don't think you can give a big thumbs up. If you're on the website, then you can't give any thumbs up, you know, but leave a comment if you're on the website. I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. Until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Also over on the website, if you want to come over there and you want some help with this journey, if you're just starting out and you're looking for someone to give you some good advice on how you can do this for yourself and how you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps and take this journey on your own, then there's just I've done over 600 videos now on so many different topics, from inspiration to helping you deal with just the day-by-day stuff that you might go through, you know, the cravings and the moment-by-moment stuff, and how to beat the addiction, how to beat the habit, how to beat the behaviors. And it's all free. It's all over there. Just go over there, and there's a search bar in the right-hand side of the page, at the top of the right-hand side, the little search box, and just type in your whatever your keyword that you want to search for. So say if you want to look for things on cravings, just put cravings into the box, click search, click there's a little magnifying glass, click that, and all the videos that will come up that have cravings in the word in the transcript will come up, and you can go through those. Sleep is another one, whatever, you know, just think of a keyword or a phrase and put it into that. If you want some more step-by-step courses, we have those in the store. They cost a little bit of money, but they're not that much money that you know, normal people can't afford them. You know, most of the videos are most of the courses are under $50, and as I say, it's a step-by-step approach. We've got one video course that deals with just the whole theory behind quitting drinking alcohol, the whole theory behind alcohol in general in our culture, right? And I think that one alone is the one that gets the best reviews, because people just say, you know, it's taken them from looking at alcohol as something that we do naturally and we do normally to something which, you know, it's just changed the whole thinking on the way they perceive alcohol in their own lives. The most recent course I've done is the 30-day alcohol reboot, which is just helping people to take their alcohol quitting journey for 30 days, right? And for my money, if you can do it for 30 days, you can do it for the rest of your life, because that 30 days just gives you an experience of what it's like to stop drinking alcohol. You can find that on in the store as well, and we've also got another course on preparation. If you want to support the website, if you want to support me, you can do so by going over to alcoholmastery.com/Patreon, Patreon, and you can become a patron of the show for a couple of euros, a couple of dollars, whatever your currency is, you know, for as much as you like, you know, it's up to you. And all patrons are very, very welcome. So until next time, stay safe, keep the alcohol out of your mouth, onwards and upwards. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Take care.